Hello, Originator7 and welcome back to Ultimate Admirals Dreadnoughts as we continue our campaign as France, where we started in 1930. And it is 1932, just in the latter part of the year, and we are currently at war with both Russia and Japan. Two separate wars, but fighting them both nevertheless. As we head back into this, and we are going to have skipped one engagement that was covered in the live stream, where we chose not to engage in a large fleet battle because we were heavily outnumbered. And so although you do get an option to withdraw, that can sometimes fail. But what you're often capable of doing is just as soon as you spawn into the battle, turning around, hitting flank speed, and then sailing away. It does take about a few minutes before you can end the battle, depending on the relative speed of the ships. So I will save you 5 minutes of staring at the ocean. In other news, we are expanding our docks at home to try and get ourselves capable of building some super heavy battleships. So that's something we will look to do probably in a couple of episodes, because there's a few years left on that construction yet. So I will return to the action as we look to inflict some pain in the Far East and perhaps try and secure ourselves a little bit of territory out of these wars. Strategic withdrawal. Why did I get destroyed damage? I don't know. Task Force. Ooh, a light cruiser battle. Regular crew. Oh, but they are cadets. Again, I really shouldn't have that knowledge, but there you go. We've got 5-inch, mainly 5-inch guns, if I could speak. They've got not even smaller armament. 5-inch armor. We slightly more armored. Slightly faster. Slightly more torpedoes. Let's give it a go. Bit of a cruiser brawl. Okay, so the enemy is over that way. Well, I think we'll hold to this kind of course-ish. So we're not sailing directly up. Expect them to come over here somewhere. So it depends which way they're sailing. I do have a lot of turrets in the rear, so I want to get kind of broadside if I can get away with it. Oh, something has spotted me. Oh, let's turn more this way. There is your target, sir. You know, French. We've got our smoke ready. If she starts firing early, we might deploy it. Just let's get a little bit closer. Apparently, aren't we first on the off? Yeah, let's go for smoke. It'll hurt our chances to hit as well, but. I want to get let's turn harder. I want to get a good broadside in. First hits to us, I like it. Oh, look at the speed of these 1.5 inches. I mean, yeah, we are on 10-3 speed, but still. Okay, we've not seen any damage yet. Now, we've not inflicted much, but a few hits. Probably evidence of our superior training. CL? How do we not know what it is yet? Nope, we've torpedoes away. And torpedoes incoming. They were seriously questionable. Let's bring the speed down, help our aim again. Okay, so we've got a full broadside going on at it. Now we are firing at beam on. So it's a smaller target, harder to hit. And then maybe we'll come round. Let's go into normal speed. Just about see her through the haze. Why doesn't it just be one big orange cloud? Oh, torpedo detonation. More torpedoes. Yeah, do you know what? Let's... In fact, is that going to run me into them? Oh, I don't know, actually. They all look pretty terrifying. Do you know what? Let's... Oh, that was the wrong choice. How has she got so many blasted torpedoes? I should have kept going at full speed. I'm about to eat an absolute boatload of torpedoes. A literal boatload. It's what? 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. I just got absolutely done. Unbelievable. Fair play. I mean, it's just two launchers aside. Wasn't even going in a straight line. Crikey. Bugger. Alright, okay. Not all going our way. This saddens me. Ah, we lost some EPs. Still miles in front, but that's not the point. Ooh, this is interesting. Refight. Battle. What is going on? Okay. This is not the worst fight in the world. So what we got? 2 heavy cruisers, 2 heavy cruisers light, it's a destroyer. So then we've got 1 light and 2 destroyers against the battle cruiser, which, you know, that's not great odds. These guys are all cadets, and we are a regular, so we're better trained. You know, our heavies have got more on them. Lights look about equal. Okay, let's do it. Challenging fight. Now we may end up not right, northeast. So let's go this way. What I'd quite like. Well, is it less of this, to be perfectly honest? Still to northeast, right? Let's just kind of keep them. Try and get separation between their lighter ships and their heavy ships. So if I don't know if I go sailing headlong at them, then obviously I'm sailing towards their battleship cruiser. Well, he can probably keep up to 20. I know the 27 he can't. There she is. Which means presumably in front of her, unspotted, are the light forces. You chaps, I'm going to have it on... what's the word? Battle line. Ah, you're knackered, Tigre. So if anything, I'm going to use you for an attempt on the battlecruiser itself. Let's slow you guys down slightly, let the destroyers pass in front. Where are you going, you absolute psycho? Oh, because the Tigre is now randomly put in chunch. And where are you? I don't like it. Don't sail into each other. Right, you guys turn. Will we escape this madness of crisscrossing? Okay, friendly can damage us off for this very reason. Right, we've got a bit of a fight going on. Hey, Grasswing, how's it going? Thanks very much for the sub. Most appreciated. 5 months. Hi, Pipe. I'm very good, thank you. I'm glad to hear you're well. I'm spending altogether far too much time thinking about Christmas, given that it's not even December yet. But such is the way of things. Okay, that's the torpedo range. I don't really want to just start launching at anything that vaguely comes away. So let's put you guys down to save as well for my light cruisers as well. Haha, nice emote. No, I'm a bit of a... I'm not Scrooge, but I'm very much I shouldn't be talking about Christmas or singing Christmas carols or... Christmas songs or decorations before the 1st of December. My partner is just ridiculously organised, so generally all her Christmas shopping is done before we even get to December. Okay, this looks like one of the heavy cruisers, I think. Maybe a light, actually. Although it could be a 3,000-ton destroyer. We'll find out in a minute. Usually don't wait extra showing with 23rd. Nice. Are we winning? Yes-ish. So this is a tricky fight. We're continuing our war with the Russians from, well, it'll be 2 weeks ago for you. And they've not really been coming out to play very much. They kind of doomstack themselves in hidden Vladivostok. So we've been trying to tease them a little bit with our forces. And eventually a portion of their forces picked a fight with our cruiser force. So we're up against it slightly. They have a battle cruiser and we do not. We've kind of both have a couple of heavy cruisers, and then we have a few more light cruisers and a few more destroyers. That was indeed just a destroyer. Huh, well, there you go. But having knocked out their destroyer relatively early, I'm pretty happy about. Where it is for Tigret. I've sent you off on a wild goose chase. Could you come round and rejoin the formation, please? Of course, things could change rather quickly if we start getting hits from whatever large caliber this battlecruiser has. Provided we don't eat any torpedoes, as did in our last encounter. Okay, can we please put this poor destroyer out of his misery? Now you're saying it's a 1 in 3 chance to hit. I'm seeing a lot more splashes than hits there. Alright, that looks better. That's better. It was indeed just the destroyer. A reasonable size, but still nowhere near light cruiser territory. Manfully struggling against flooding. Okay, and she's gone. Fire. Good. So first threat dealt with. Right, let's swing around this direction. We'll keep them at a little bit of a distance. And then you are heading off in that direction. So maybe we'll come around. Oh, you're also sailing away from me. Surely you're not all running already. Let's head around here. Oh, we did take some damage on the Quinette. Looks like we got smacked by whatever large caliber shell you are throwing out. Yeah, it'll probably tell me. Actually, only... I'm sorry, we get hit by a torpedo. When there's more coming in, how on earth does he manage to launch these? Where on earth does this one come from? Or is that ours going out? No, this is... Those are torpedo tracks coming in this direction. I remain a confused man. I should get some cute emotes. I should. I'm very bad with doing anything that useful with emotes and spending cheer points or whatever they're called. I've been neglectful of my duties. Right, are you just going to sail onto these torpedoes? Because that would upset me. No, you're on avoid torpedoes. You know anything about it? Just, I mean, you had plenty of time to get out of the way. Oof. Apparently you're just a really confident captain. Just, oh, we got it done. I was about to say absolutely threaded needle. Didn't. We got lucky. Okay. So the question is, are they planning on sticking around, or are they done? Yeah, to be fair, we did launch our own torpedoes at some point. Okay, let's come around and see if we can't pick off some of these cruiser forces. Again, we've got the Tigre, who's hiding out in the back here, as our, I don't know, secret-ish weapon. Maybe to try and get a close in on the battlecruiser. More torpedoes coming our general way, although we seem to be a bit of a wide shot there. That one's much more dangerous, though. So hard to judge. Let's... if we slow down, will that narrow our circle? It does indeed. Okay, there you go. Oh, slow down. Okay, now you can pick speed up again. My music just stopped. Maybe I, maybe no. Okay. Alright, threaded more torpedoes. Rest of the formation is intact. Ooh, what happened here? 7-inch hit from a heavy cruiser. No, from 6.7-inch hit from a heavy cruiser, indeed, yes. Right, more torpedoes out. Let's, again, we'll just curve into them. We can expand the Edgar Quinet here to try and take care of most of their cruiser forces. I'm okay with that. Stellaris soundtrack. Yeah, I've just got the composer on shuffle. So you should get a few of the Paradox hits. Although it is a long time since I played Stellaris. Okay, we can now change your course back round. You guys are normal. How am I light cruisers? What's your policy? Save. I'm gonna go for normal. I'm also going to take you guys off follow. You can act independently for just now. I think you are just going to sail into their maw. We'll go from there. Cool. He's not taking much damage. He's taking a little bit, and almost none. We've got the possible pack. Ooh, that's a sore one though. Speed of fire, I like that. Not only because it's damage, because it means there's less torpedoes for them to annoyingly fire at me. Like so. These guys don't have many torpedoes, so I'm happy keeping them on the save until we get the right chance. are you two up to over here? Just getting close and personal, sharing a couple of fires. Oh, wow. See, here you go. Hasn't taken that much damage, 1.8k. We've seen them take a lot more than that. Structurally fine. Flooding's not a problem. 19 fires, so yes, that's a reasonable amount of fires. But what? Ship's on fire. There needs to be some kind of indication of how close a ship is to being burnt out. Even if not for the enemy ships, for your own ships, because it just seems a little bit maybe aye, maybe no at the minute. So I suspect what's going to happen here is if we do finish off the rest of the escorts, quote unquote, for heavy cruisers, Parham will just turn and run for it. At that point. How many fires have you got, Parham? 12. Oh, some very attractive triple barrels there, my man. My lady, I suppose it should be. As is tradition. Oh, Lavoisier, what happened to you? Oh, of course you get by torpedo. How could you not? Right, you go do your own thing. There's a I go here and I go detach there. Detach. You are just going to head off in that direction, try and get yourself sunk. We'll keep going. The face of never-ending torpedoes from the Russians. Although it looks like they might be trying to GG out of here. So, in which case we'd have, what, killed a light cruiser and a destroyer? It's... Oh, we got their engine. Okay. This is good. Let's slow it down. So your job, if I was shift and right click, make sure your torpedoes are aimed at him. Beautiful. And you're just going to run in this direction. Pretty fast. See what we can get done. Oh, for Christ's sake. Thankfully, most of them are rubbish at shots, but occasionally you don't have to get it right. You know what, Tigre? Oh, you guys are in all sorts of bad shape. You know, you're all messed up. So that was pre-battle damage from, I suspect, mines. Question is, when are you gonna launch? Oh, you're on save. Let's go normal. And she's away. That was it. It's all the encouragement she needed. The Admiral Cecile. Hopefully the Algier should be not far behind. There we go. Spread of 3. That's a bunch of underwater tubes, but as I've said many times, you need to be going below a certain speed. Edgar Quinet manfully keeping up the fight. Arm is not looking healthy. I mean, structural and floating is okay, but the fire is unreal. 41 fires. You think that's got to be doing some damage? Dong, 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 dong. It would be nice if we could degrade their gun capability, and obviously that's going to be less damage coming out. Now, have you both launched? You, my friend, have not. You are on save your torpedoes as well. Don't do that. Just go on normal, I think. Or indeed aimed at the perm. Oh, you launched under war tube. At 34 knots. Well, color me confused. Oh, our spread. Sailing between our spread. Which is a fair enough response, I suppose. Can't complain too much if they try and avoid torpedoes. You have launched 2? 1 failed to launch. And a underwater torpedo. Okay, see how she gets on against those. Looks like she's avoiding these a lot. There's 2 going there and 1 down here. Not the most coordinated torpedo attack. Speaking of which, how are you doing? You're fine. This one actually looks pretty good. She might struggle to avoid both of these. So you can get a nice splash. Not a perfect angle, you could get a glance here. I don't know if that's modeled in the game, but... Oh! Are you shedding me? Unbelievable. Some serious navigatory skill there. No, you guys should definitely... I want everyone's torpedoes to be launched at this thing. Yes? Yes, good man. Oh, my destroyers are here as well. Perfect. You guys are in a bad way. We're going to turn it. Have you guys launched? It looks like a launch there, yeah. You are on save, so theoretically, this should be an advantageous shot, but we shall see. Oh, you're not doing very well. What did it for you, my friend? Just lots and lots of light fire from your light cruisers. Okay, it's just turning into a very nice little victory. I like that we've managed to get in between the battlecruiser and other ships. Negates their effect, but we are going to have to try and sink her. You still have your torpedoes, this is good. I mean, she's currently just avoiding everything we can throw her. And these destroyers will not last long. Oof! Just one of those 17.5-inch shells, I think, would put a sizable hole to our poor wee destroyer here. Although presumably you're about to get an unbelievably favourable launch window. He says. Just go normal, because normally you'll launch. Yes? Maybe? Come on, you're broadside to broadside. It's perfect. Please fire your torpedoes. Please? What's going on? There, launch them. It's unbelievable. I can't believe you didn't launch them, Magon. I'm gonna have words with your captain. Okay. How are we doing? That's technically not sunk yet, but as well on the way. And I think the Dmitry Donskoy is making a run for it. Just in case she's not, we'll stick around, but we'll not. I think we'll actively pursue. While making 17 knots, which is unbelievably impressive given the amount of flooding she's got. Questionably impressive, one might say. Okay, Dimitri, which direction are you heading? Yeah, you're running away from us. At a speed of 23 knots, that's entirely catchable. Okay. Indeed, Grass, we will have killed them. See if we can get a clean sweep. Might be enough to end the war with Russia. I'm amazed that Edgar here is doing so well. Good old Edgar. She's a fool turning into us. Let's grab my light cruisers, head him over this way. Give her no choice. Admiral Cecile getting enemy action. Oh, of course she's launched torpedoes at us. Oh, and here. Actually, Algeria might have a difficulty. Looks like we're going to be okay though. It's been mad in probably 1932. They're using their heavy cruisers to do torpedo runs. Not traditional doctrine, to be fair. Are these mine? Are you? That was nowhere close to being on target, you two. Fortunately, our gunnery will be ample. Get the job done here. Completely awash. Yeah, she's out of torpedoes at least, so I don't have to worry about that. Still got a reasonable armament. That's caused trouble anyway, especially with the damage already sustained some of our ships. Making a healthy 25 knots though. Yeah, I'm impressed it's not sinking as well. Let's go down normal speed. What kind of list it's gone? Yeah, it's a fair list. It's not crazy. It would be interesting to see on this top-down view as well which sections were flooded, because you might not be flooded all the way across here. She's actually out of her heavy ammo. All she's got left are little pop guns. And then she's pulled up. Okay. I don't think I'll end the battle just yet. Not quite done the job. Doggedly hanging on. Oh. There we go. Ah, that was much better than I was expecting. Oh, I thought we would take it's really quite heavy damage on our heavy cruisers, potentially lose one as well, trying to clear through their screens, but it didn't happen. And with that resounding victory in the bag, we're going to bring this episode to a close here. So pretty happy about the way the war in the East is going. But really, upshot is going to be, can we get something out of it? But we're going to keep beating upon the Russians and the Japanese until we see if we can. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheerio for now.